So I figured I'd make a quick clip on my daily driver. This is a 2011 Subaru WRX. It's not the cleanest thing in the world. Like I said, I've owned this car for about 2 years, a little over 2 years now. So it definitely has some scratches and stuff in it. It's not cleaned. I just figured I'd kind of show you around. It has a few mods done to it. The mods that I have done to this car, I have the WRX 65C fuel pump, and I think they're WRX 850cc fuel injectors. And then I have the Cobb SF intake here, a catless 3-inch downpipe back here. It's on stock turbo, like 18 pounds of boost, and E85. It scoots pretty good for what it is. I didn't tune this car, unfortunately, just because Subarus are extremely picky when it comes to tuning. They're kind of time bombs if they're not tuned properly. Another thing that I recommend for any Subaru owner is just change the oil with extremely good oil. Be religious on your oil changes, and don't rev the thing past like 6,000 RPM. They quit making power after like 55 anyway, and these motors have oiling issues at high RPM, and they tend to spin rod bearings if you are continuously doing highway pulls at high RPM. It's just not, these engines don't like that. They're meant for quick spurts of torque. Hopefully you guys like my Subaru. I do have HID headlights in it too, 6000K. They're just like Zentech eBay headlights, and they work really good for me. I have had no problems, and they're like 25 bucks on eBay. I also have some stereo stuff done to this car. I have a Kenwood Exelon, what is that, a DDX 392 double din touchscreen unit. It doesn't have navigation, but it does have pretty much everything else. Great sounding stereo that I put in it, because the factory head unit kind of sucks and the speakers suck and everything like that. So I put the head unit in, and then I put some Kenwood Exelon speakers in the doors, and a sub and amp in the back. I'll show you that quick. This is a Rockford Fosgate. I think it's a T1. It's a 12-inch in a pretty decent box. It sounds pretty good, and it definitely shakes the car if you want it to. I forget what amp I have, but I think it's like 1,000 watt Kenwood something. I'm not too good on stereo stuff. I just kind of do what makes the stereo sound a little better. I don't get too crazy with it, but yeah. Soundman CA on YouTube has kind of inspired me to do a little bit more stereo stuff, because I watch his videos and I don't know, he gets me thinking on doing some stereo stuff. So I might end up amping these door speakers eventually, and maybe tune up the stereo a little bit more. Two main things that kills these Subaru motors are a lack of lubrication in the motor, so like running it low on oil or over revving the engine for long extended periods of time, or a shitty tune-up, because these motors like to detonate very easily. That's why I kind of tuned this car on E85, because E85 has a lot more forgiveness in the tune-up and does not allow detonation as easily. If you are planning on picking up a Subaru and modifying it, I highly suggest that you like I said, change your oil with good oil. I prefer Schaefer's. I run Schaefer's 1540 in this, I believe, in the summertime, and then I just run 530 in the winter. And obviously, the E85 definitely helps, because these are a cast piston engine, and with cast pistons, they definitely are weak. And if they see any sort of detonation, you'll crack the ringland on the piston, and it'll start burning oil, and your motor will be completely junked. But I've had this car for 2 years, and I've put about 43,000 miles on it with it like this. It makes over 300 horsepower easily. it's completely neck and neck with my buddy's brand new 2016 Ford Mustang 5-liter. We are completely dead nuts. No matter where we race from, we are completely dead nuts. For a comparison for you guys, I can do a little pull here for you and show you kind of a speedo clip of the tack and kind of see if you guys can see how fast the car kind of is. It definitely gets up and goes pretty good, especially for a daily driver. You know, I don't intend on making this car a race car because that's not what they're designed for at all. But it definitely is a fun street car, or a fun, you know, daily driver. Clark Turner tuned this car. So if you guys are in the Subaru world and are looking for a tune, this is just an E-tune on E85. And I had a wideband and a boost gauge in it while we were tuning, just so I could kind of keep an eye on things, because I do tune cars and I kind of know what to watch for. So I definitely kind of helped Clark out a little bit when we tuned this car, but it is definitely a super solid tune-up. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you want to see more of my Subaru or any of my other toys, I have, you know, I get into RC cars quite a bit too, so I might be doing some clips of some RC stuff that I have. Thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned for more on the Mustang and all the other stuff that we're doing on my channel here at Hunter Tune. Subscribe if you are new to this channel, and leave a comment and like the video if you enjoy the content. Thanks for watching, guys.